May the fourth be with you. Hi, Nick Tockert here, and this is the Historical Fencing Guild. May the fourth be with you. Well, folks, today we are reviewing the Space Sword by Walmart. This is clearly a toy. Not normally something I would use for training, but I've actually found it has benefits. And I'm going to be talking more about the importance of lightsabers and historical fencing in the very near future, because these actually matter. And actually, I'm going to do it today. The lightsaber. This is a $4 Space Sword from Walmart. You can pick it up. It's powered by three AAA batteries, and they're accessible by removing that screw. Although I've had this for a couple of years and I've had no need to replace the batteries. It's got a strip of LEDs. The light is good. The sound, if you jerk it enough, you'll get a decent clash noise. It's everything you want in a goofy little saber with about a 20-inch blade. Now, there are wonderful combat sabers on the market today, and they're running between $70 and up. That's a little bit more than my budget is this month. We'll have to wait and see. I made some orders for things that were kind of more pressing, so we'll just see if that's of interest. I want to answer people's questions as they come. Why am I talking about lightsabers? Well, today I'm talking about lightsabers because we have to talk about and realize we are in a period of change, and for the survival of our styles, we need to be able to adapt. Why adapt? Lightsabers, how does this all come together? We're going to talk a little bit of politics. And that's why this isn't a live stream, because really I want to get my message out, and I don't want to get distracted. No offense, I love the distractions, that's what Friday nights are about, but this is a little more pressing and more related to why lightsabers matter. I, guys, love sword fighting. I love training swords, and I use whatever I can get my hands on. From sticks to steel to my ever-growing love of polypropylene cheap weapons. But we are living in a period where the politics of different areas, especially England, some places in America, are getting very, very strict about weaponry. And while I may have very profound opinions on that subject, I try not to go too far down that route on this channel, because this channel is about education, not politics. And at the same time, we need to think about, the realities of the world that we live in. Now, if I walk around with something that looks like this, there's a good chance there's not going to be any confusion with the police. Probably. But if it's in any type of sheath, it might look a little dubious. And there's safety issues. Now, if I spray paint it bright orange like I tend to, I do this, never do anything for just one reason, folks. I do this because this tells anybody who's trained in weapons that this is obviously a trainer. Now, it still can be a little dubious to our good friends, the police. So if you're in the backyard, this is why I prefer sparring with the Rawling synthetic swords over my rapiers in some settings. Because the steel clash is great, and there's nothing that feels like steel. I don't care what anybody says. At the end of the day, nothing feels like, to me, a good Schlager in my hand. It is glorious, the weight, the balance. You can't duplicate the tactile. But steel makes the police nervous. And frankly, we live in an era where, whatever you think about it, it's very easy for a miscommunication to end badly. So my goal, always, is to try to pick the smarter route. Well, why am I saying all this? As there is a crackdown to preserve our art, we need to be able to look in ways beyond live steel, beyond things that even look live steel. That's why I'm bringing up not just any lightsaber, but this one. If I am out in the yard and I am drilling, this is a frequent occurrence. I have, in different places where I lived, had the police actually come by and ask me how we're doing, guys, or what's going on. There are two guys, we got word two guys are sword fighting in the front yard. And I've been able to hold up, guys, drop your, everything gets dropped, hands go up. Everyone who I train, we work on that. But at the same time, having something like this gives a couple things. One, if you are going through your katas, as people like to call them, apparently, I like going through my guards, going through the motions, you're training, you're drilling. If you're using a lightsaber style prop, one of the benefits, even though it has some things I'm really against, and we'll talk about that. Maybe I'll do a video designing a better lightsaber. But it means when the police come by, what do you look like? You look like a geek waving a toy lightsaber around pretending to be a Jedi. That's not a bad thing. Now, they make ones that are very sturdy. They are very resilient. They're polycarbonate with steel fittings. I admit there's a lack of practicality, and I am dramatically and passionately opposed to the swishy theatrical style of just about any given Jedi. Although my man Dooku is closer to doing it right, and but he can't help it. He's a swordsman. Christopher Lee was a tremendous swordsman, a tremendous martial artist, and understood literally the fatality of knives and swords. So, yeah, lightsabers. I know the political climate is not very big on weaponry right now. So it doesn't hurt to plan a fallback. And my fallback is it's lightsabers. I'm eventually going to have some nicer ones, I think, as funds arrive, if there's interest. But this allows the style. You look at the simple sword style, the 9 blocks. It all transfers to lightsaber. So, yeah, it is silly. And yes, something that is so obvious and telegraphs has obvious tactical flaws. And when we're being obvious and serious and tactical, that's one thing. But if we're looking for a way to sort of sugarcoat what we do in a safe way, and that might actually attract new students, we can't write off the humble toy lightsaber or the more advanced combat sabers. So, I want your opinion on that. Do you guys want me to go more down this path, or do you think it's ridiculous? Or both. I do believe, as passionate as I am about teaching the sword and what it can do and what it is really versus what it can be for people, we can't lose sight of it being fun. And if there's one thing May the 4th should be for the geek community, which overlaps heavily with the sword community, is fun. Okay? And if you look geeky, congratulations, guys. I'll let you in on a secret. You might be a geek. I'm a geek. I'm a nerd. I'm a lot of derogatory social goofball terms. And like so many things, I wear it like a flag. It's what I'm about, and it's okay. Because if you, I think it was Tyrion said, to paraphrase, find out what you're about, your weakness, and wear it like an armor, and no one can use it against you. I'm goofy. I'm a geek. So if I'm ever out, if I ever get students again after, post-pandemic and my move, and I'm out with a bunch of lightsabers, and we're just, I'm betting we're less likely to have problems. But I want to know what you guys think, so comment below. Have some fun. Watch something Star Wars tonight. And because tonight's a special night, the Indiegogo is launching for Hybrids, the Sons of Gods, issue 7, which is great. But it also includes the RPG, which I wrote. So if you want to support me, look that up. And, guys, be kind to each other. Have fun. Keep your guard up. And as always, support your local swordmaster.